Hi, welcome to Fish. First I seek him, and my name is Linda. Even pagans testified of Jesus' resurrection. Oh, yes, they did. Now look, it's one thing for his disciples to do so, but another thing for them. I mean, at first, you could think that they were, emotional and irrational and attribute their confession to wishful thinking on their part, right? I mean, it all kind of makes sense. And of course, those 11 disciples, without exception, kept declaring his resurrection till they took their last breath on earth, often at the cost of their own lives. So that's not really easily dismissed. And also, not to mention the fact that there were also over 1,000 living witnesses who saw Jesus resurrect. They talked with him, they heard him preach, they ate with him, on and on and on. 1 Corinthians 15:3-8. The evidence of Jesus' resurrection is absolutely overwhelming. But when we have 16 pagan Roman soldiers telling you that they witnessed an earthquake and some angelic figures removing the huge stone that blocked the tomb's entrance, and that there was no one inside the tomb, well, guess what? You kind of know, actually you do know that they're telling the truth. Matthew 28:11-15. These weren't Jesus adoring followers. No, they were not. They were hardened military men, professionally trained to kill. They were pagans who didn't believe in Jesus. And they had no reason whatsoever to make up such an improbable story. In fact, especially when their own lives were on the line. If they fell asleep on duty or one of their prisoners escaped, or if all of them escaped, it meant the death penalty. Acts 12:18-19. And yet, the religious leaders and chief priests of the first century it was deliberate that they chose to ignore the witnesses, ignore the truth, and oppose God by denying the Messiah he had sent and raised from the dead. Yes, they did. They were like, And if it wasn't that they didn't believe Jesus had risen, no, they knew that he had risen. Yes, they did. But they chose to deny what they knew is true. They chose deception over the truth. Religious leaders today are just as deceptive and hypocritical as they were in the first century. And just like the chief priests, they don't mind inventing a lie and spreading it. No, they don't. And just like they have no qualms about dragging millions of ignorant souls they had brainwashed and deceived to the infernal regions, so are religious leaders today. Deep in their hearts, they know the truth, but they deny it on purpose, for the sake of their false doctrine. John 12:42-43. They can't handle the truth. They deliberately ignore the witness of God and exchange the eternal gospel for some lie, 70, 150, or 200 years ago when some man-invented cult religion was formed. And unless they truly repent and speak the truth, they will fare worse than the lying first century leaders. Oh, yes, they will. Not only they would go to hell, the lake of fire awaits them. Revelations 21:8. Well, that's it for Fish. First I seek him. My name is Linda, and until next time.